wanted the drones to be as realistic as possible. Coming from a design background, that's, for me, one of the most fun parts of the project, designing these vehicles down to every nut and bolt, every detail, so that when it's built, it feels like a real machine.
The design of them needed to relate to the bubble ship, also needed to relate to the Sky Tower. All these elements, the elements that come from the TET, all have to relate to one another. So you really wanted to make sure the ball, related to the engines of the bubble ship and the cockpit, and wanted to, be in that family. And the guns on the drone, they're not exactly the same, but they're very similar in flavor to the guns on the bubble ship. So all these things kind of relate to each other.
What was interesting about the drone, sometimes an object in the film becomes a character. And the drone represents the TET, and all this has to present the face of the TET in many scenes. It has to make eye contact. It has to look evil.
We've also have a robotic eye. This is one of our robotic eyes that goes in the drone. There's a lens that goes in here. This moves in every direction, and it's backlit. And this is all done by remote control.
The drones really are a character in this movie, so it was important that they feel like real machines.
Give it some space. Come on, you're making it nervous.
That is one pissed-off weapon.
And that includes, every internal component as well.
So these are vector XYZ orientated thrusters. So if this thing is hovering steady in the air, it can adjust itself just by bursting a combination of thrusts. And that helps the audience to understand, oh, this is how that thing steers.
This is what's called the fuel cell compartment in the drone. We've created this bay where our fuel cell comes in here. This will all be lit up. These have individual LEDs that are in here, and Tom can actually pick out a piece and work in here as well.
It was so intense discussions with the director, the production designer, how this hatch opens. It's just a simple hatch. Tom gonna reach inside and change the fuel cell, but to what angle should that open so it's easy for him to reach in, gonna look good on camera.
We're making different parts for Tom to interface with that can be removed, that can pop out. He can remove that. We're still detailing this out, but this is about part replacement. So basically, something will present itself, and he can take that part out and replace it with another part. Goes back in.
Jack is a drone repairman, so all the things that he has to do to interact with this drone, whether he's changing a fuel cell or an exhaust manifold or a lens and fixing it, it's all very tactile. There's a couple different incarnations of the drones. The exterior of the drones was done by Wild Factory, which is kind of the white look of the exterior. The interior of the drone, that was done by Doug Harlocker. He did that one with his shop, ISS in LA, and they did an unbelievable job.
This is the beginnings of our Drone 109. Basically, we're calling it the Terminator drone. The stripped-down version that's in Jack's workshop, and it's his sort of pet project that he's just trying to get this thing going. It's been in the shop for a while.
What was sort of interesting for us to explore was to think that it's a dead drone when Tom is working on it. He's frustrated that he can't get it going. But in the end, it's really controlled by the TET. It's always been just a sleeper that Sally could activate.
Ready, and action!
Designing the drones was really fun to do. Joe always wanted to keep it very simple, but based on reality.
We would have another exhaust manifold.
When the drones are flying around, they had to feel like actual machines, and they do. I'm really proud of that.